second season and the 26th episode of Renaissance Weekly. So glad you could join us. We are Coinkers. I'm Michael Colosi, and this is Michael D'Annunzio.
Wait, you were going to say Michael D'Annunzio. I'm Michael Colosi. What do we have on the show today, Michael D'Annunzio? Not true. I don't know. What do we have on the show today, Mike?
I'm glad you asked. Today on the show, we have a recipe corner, an update about... I already messed it up. I'm glad you asked. Today on the show, we have a recipe corner, an animal segment about the hyena, and an update on the bowl-a-thon. But first, we've got a weather report from Vail weatherman Walter Villigore. Walter, let's go with the weather.
Thanks, Mike. This week's forecast is Monday, rain, high of 58, low of 50. Tuesday, showers, high of 57, low of 49. Wednesday, AM showers, high of 63, low of 51. Thursday, partly cloudy, high of 77, low of 55. Friday, partly cloudy, high of 78, low of 55. Now back to you, Mike.
Hey, Walter, what's good with the weather? You matey. Shivery me tender. I don't know.
Shiver your timbers?
It's going to be
I've
cold.
always wondered what that means.
You're going to be shivering your timbers this weekend because it's going to be cold.
Thank you, Walter. You know, today is Moonshine Day, Mike. And here is our field reporter with some information on that.
Moonshine.
Moonshine Day. Well, between Scotch and nothing, I suppose I'd take Scotch. It's the nearest thing to good moonshine I can find, William Faulkner. Moonshine is a rich and powerful distillation that has a rich literacy history and a complicated political one. Which isn't complicated, it's a delicious flavor of the most notorious of alcoholic beverages. No longer illegal, there have been a growing body of delicious flavors and producers that are bringing this to every man. Moonshine Day celebrates both its history and its return to the market. The history of moonshine really begins with the history of the world. It's an evocative term that brings to mind everything from fairy drappled hills to secreted copper stills among the hillsides of the Appalachians. But where did it actually come from? As it turns out, the most likely of origin is actually from Wiltshire County in England, which at one time held smuggling as one of the most important industries. Moonrakers were smuggling brandy, and in one case stored it at the bottom of a village pond. Late one night, they were attempted to retrieve when two customs officers came by to ask their business. Thinking fast, they responded they were trying to retrieve a round cheese, the moon being made of it, after all. And the customs officers thought that simple, thus the term moonrakers came to pass. The term of moonshine was thought to be derived from this story. But what is moonshine? Moonshine is a white whiskey made by distilled corn. And it was thought that it became a popular income source of the Appalachian Mountains due to the difficulty involved in moving corn. The base ingredients in moonshine is a malt of corn, barley, and rye, and creates a delicious and powerful blend. Moonshine Day is best celebrated by heading down to your local liquor store and giving this fantastic drink a try. It comes in an incredible array of flavors, including apple pie, our personal favorite. Take care enough. This is a drink meant to be sipped and treated with respect, especially given its 100 proof nature. For those who may not be familiar with proofing, this means that moonshine is nearly 50% alcohol, high enough to burn. You don't have to drink it, but you don't have to drink it. Apple moonshine glazed pork chops can be a positively delicious way to use it without drinking it. And back to you, Mike.
Moonshine. No, I'm just kidding.
You're gonna go blind.
I'm a pirate. I love it.
Yeah, but there's no rum in moonshine.
Nah,
Why is the rum gone?
never any rum.
Why is the rum gone?
Thanks, Frank. Now here's our animal segment on hyenas with Jim. Jim?
Thanks, Mike. Today we are talking about hyenas. Hyenas are any feliform carnivore mammals. With only 4 extant species, it is the 5th smallest biological family in the carnivora and one of the smallest in the class of Mammalia. Despite their low diversity, hyenas are unique and vital components of most African ecosystems. Although phylogenetically they are closer to felines and viverids, hyenas are behaviorally and morphologically similar to canines in several aspects. Both hyenas and canines are non-arboreal cursorial hunters that catch prey with their teeth rather than their claws. Both eat food quickly and may store it, and their calloused feet with large, blunt, non-retractable nails are adapted for running and making sharp turns. However, the hyena's grooming, scent-making, defecating habits, mating, and parental behavior are consistent with the behavior of other feliforms. Spotted hyenas may kill as many as 95% of the animals they eat, while striped hyenas are largely scavengers. Generally, hyenas are known to drive off other larger predators like lions from their kills, despite having a reputation in popular culture for being cowardly. Hyenas are particularly nocturnal animals, but sometimes venture from their lairs in the early morning hours. With the exception of the highly social spotted hyena, hyenas are generally not gregarious animals, although they may live in family groups and congregate at kills. Hyenas first arose in Eurasia during the Miocene period from viverids and other viverid-like ancestors, and diversified into 2 distinct types: lightly built dog-like hyenas and robust bone-crushing hyenas. Although the dog-like hyenas thrived 15 million years ago, with one taxon having colonized North America, they became extinct after a change in climate along with the arrival of canids into Eurasia. Of the dog-like hyena lineage, only the insectivorous aardwolf survived, while the bone-crushing hyenas, including the extant spotted brown and striped hyenas, became the undisputed top scavengers in Eurasia and Africa. Hyenas feature prominently in the folklore and mythology of human cultures in which they are sympathetic. Sympatric. Hyenas are commonly viewed as frightening and worthy of contempt, and are associated with witchcraft because their body parts are used as ingredients in traditional medicine. In some cultures, hyenas are thought to influence people's spirits, rob graves, and steal children and livestock. Now back to you, Mike.
What's the time say? Thanks, Jim. Those are some interesting facts. And hyenas are actually one of my favorite animals.
Huh, you had hyenas last week. I wonder if that's a coincidence that we got our favorite animals 2 weeks in a row.
No, it was. you chose that one, actually.
Yeah. Anyways, today is June 5th, and if you celebrate a birthday today, you celebrate it with the likes of Bill Hayes, best known as Doug Williams on NBC's daytime series Days of Our Lives. Since 1970, he still appears as the same role. He turns 92. Interesting.
I believe, right?
Well, you know, it's actually funny that he's in the same role, because usually by now they've already put it on to like something,
Yeah.
like he died and come back reincarnated as somebody else. So,
Yeah. What?
Robert Kraft, chairman and CEO of the Kraft Group and owner of the New England Patriots, turns 76 today. We're the champs 5 times. We go for 6. We'll see. Susie Oman, author, financial advisor, motivational speaker, and television host on the Susie Orman Show on CNBC, turned 66. Kenny G, one of the most famous saxophonists other than Bill Clinton and Lisa Simpson, he turned 61. I did not write that, so that was definitely something he wanted me just to say.
Well, I mean, can you think of any other famous saxophonists besides them?
What's a saxophone?
Come on, you know what a saxophone is.
I only know it from Lisa Simpson.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Jeff Garwin, best known as Jeff Green on the Curb Your Enthusiasm and Murray Goldberg on the Goldbergs, turns 55. Last week, the other guy had his birthday, so
The actor played his son.
week apart. Ron Livingston, best known as Peter Gibbons on Office Space, turns 50.
Love that movie.
Marky Mark, a.k.a. Mark Wahlberg, most famously as the Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and a bunch of other movies that I'm not going to even list because if you don't know who Mark Wahlberg is, you live on a bunch, especially if you're from Massachusetts. He's going to be starring in the upcoming Transformers The Last Night movie, which comes out the 23rd of this month. He turns 46. Joe Gatto, star of Impractical Jokers, which that show sucks. I will continue saying that. I think he put that there just so I would say the name and say it sucks.
Hey, it's his birthday today.
You know what? Get off the air. We don't want you anymore. 41, he turns 41.
People like that show, you know? Some of our viewers like that show.
Yeah. Well, you're watching the wrong thing. Nick Kroll, best known as Rodney Ruxin in the XF series, the lead and creator of The Kroll Show, turned 39. Pete Wentz, best known as the bassist, lyricist, and Becko's Fogan for the rock band Fall Out Boy, turns 38. Fictional character Draco Malfoy, who was Harry Potter's rival, portrayed by Tom Feldman in the movies. He apparently turns 37. He also is currently in the the guy who plays him is currently in The Flash.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah, great show.
I almost didn't recognize him at first. He's really grown up a lot.
Yeah. And a Japanese ongoing gag that he likes to give me with. Meg Yumi Nakajimi. Ma. Meg Umi Nakajima. Best known as the voice of Ranka Lee in Macross Frontiers. And her voice was sampled to create the Vocaloid and Megapoid turns 28 today. And that was us. If I got that right.
You did pretty good this time.
Yeah.
You're getting better.
Mary Kay Bergevin, best remembered as the voice actress of all female characters in South Park until 1999.
And sadly, she
Passed away. Would have been 56.
Sadly, she took her own life.
Oh, we'll just say passed away. No, she would have been 56 today. And Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa. Best known as the most prominent figure of Mexican Revolution, who died in 1923, would have been 139 today.
Wow, I did not know some of those people had birthdays today.
Me neither, and I did the research.
Moving on, today is June 5th, and on this day in history, in 1661, Isaac Newton was admitted as a student to Trinity College in Cambridge. In 1851, Harriet Beecher Stowe's anti-slavery serial, Uncle Tom's Cabin, or Life Among the Lowly, starts a 10-month run in the National Era abolitionist newspaper. In 1876, bananas become popular in the U.S. at the Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. In 1884, William Sherman refuses Republican presidential nomination, saying, "I will not accept if nominated, and I will not serve if elected." Kind of reminds me of that Groucho Marx saying, "I will not be a member of." I forget how it goes, but it's a pretty funny line.
So he did not want to make America great again.
Yeah, apparently not. Apparently, he did not want to make America great again. In 1888, U.S. Democrats nominate Grover Cleveland for president. In 1913, Dutch disability laws go into effect.
Interesting.
In 1915, Denmark amends its constitution to allow women's suffrage. In 1933, the U.S. Congress abrogates the United States' use of the gold standard by enacting a joint resolution, nullifying the right of creditors to demand payment in gold. In other words, the gold standard was abolished. In 1937, Henry Ford initiates a 32-hour work week. In 1944, General Eisenhower decides invasion is set for June 6th. Is that D-Day? June 6th D-Day?
No, I thought it was like December 6th.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Something else. I may be
In
wrong. I don't know.
In 1956, Elvis Presley introduces his new single, Hound Dog.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah, you love singing Elvis, don't you? On the Milton Berle Show, scandalizing the audience with his suggestive hip movements. In 1963, the British Secretary of State for War, John Profumo, resigns in a sex scandal known as the Profumo Affair. So apparently, Bill Clinton was not the first in politics to have a sex scandal. 1964, Davy Jones and King B's debut I Can't Help Thinking About Me. The group disbands, but Davy Jones goes on to succeed as David Bowie. I think
Wow.
we all know who he was.
Yeah, I was like, Davy Jones, who the heck is that?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
David Bowie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
In 1965, Wooly Bully by Sam the Sham and Pharaohs hits number 2. Wooly Bully. 1968, Robert F. Kennedy, a U.S. presidential candidate, is shot at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles by Sirhan in Palestine. Kennedy dies the next day. 1975. Oh,
So to say, it's not fun being a Kennedy, apparently. You just
Apparently
get
not.
shot or die in a plane crash or so.
In 1975, Egyptian President Anwar Sadat reopens the Suez Canal for the first time since the 6 Days War, when it was closed in 1967.
8 years later.
In 1981, the Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report on the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention reports that 5 people in Los Angeles, California have a rare form of pneumonia, seen only in patients with weakened immune systems, and what turns out to be the first recognized case of AIDS. The AIDS epidemic officially began when the U.S. Centers for Disease Control reported on pneumonia affecting 5 homosexuals in Los Angeles. 1984, Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time becomes number 1.
Not a good song.
1989, the Tank Man halts the progress of a column of advancing tanks for over half an hour after the Tiananmen Square protests of 1989. 1995, the Bose-Einstein condensate is first created. So any of you fans of Big Bang Theory might get that. 1998, The Truman Show, starring Jim Carrey, Lauren Laney, and Ed Harris is released. Also in 1998, a strike begins at the General Motors parts factory in Flint, Michigan. It quickly spreads to 5 other assembly plants. The strike lasts 7 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. In 2001, U.S. Senator Jim Jeffords leaves the Republican Party, an act which shifts control of the United States Senate from the Republicans to the Democratic Party. And finally, in 2013, the first article based on NSA leaks documented by Edward Snowden are published by the Guardian newspaper in the UK.
I was not aware of those days in history. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. You know, Mike, here at the Renaissance Club, we do a lot of work. We also combine work with pleasure, which is where social events come into play. Last week, we played Name That Tune and Game of Life. Now let's find out how well our Bowl-a-thon did with executive producer Bob Ethier. Bob?
Hello, everybody. My name is Bob Ethier, executive producer of the Renaissance Club Weekly and creator of the Bowl Mental Health Bowl Fundraiser franchise. And boy, do I have an update for you. After our 14th annual Bowl-a-thon, the results are in. And first, let's give you the results of the teams. In 18th place are the Advocates with 441 points. 17th place, Team Namigo with 481 points. 16th place is the Renaissance Renegades with 484 points. 15th place is the Lowell Sun with 764 points. 14th place is Team RAK, which is captained by our friend Katie with 901 points. 13th place is Rolling Thunder Team 2 from Bridgewell, 905 points. 12 points is DMH Team 2, 964 points. 11th place is Lowell 5 with 955 points. Hollywood God was on the Gold 5 team. 10th, now we're into the top 10. 10th place, Vimpin 1 with 964 points. 9th place, City of Lowell, which is the team that I was on, 984 points. 8th place was Black Soldiers with 1,015 points. 7th place is DNH Marco Martel's team with 1,024 points. In 6th place is Circle Care with 1,040 points. 5th place is Rolling Bar Team 1 with 1,051 points. 4th place is the Pinheads with 1,054 points. 3rd place is the Erie Saints with 1,070 points. 2nd place is Team Evolution, which our buddy Michael D'Annunzio and Michael Closey are on, with 1,079 points. Your anchors, Michael D'Annunzio and Michael Closey, was in it. 1st place was Vinfin Team 2, Denise Batista, Milagros, Madeline, Nicole B., and Brian Crowley with 1,117 points. These are the top 10 bowlers for this year from this year's Bowlathon. Number 10, Karen with 232 points. 9, Nick Russo with 237 points. 8, Paula with 239 points. 7, Nicole B, 240 points. 6, Stephanie Berry, 243 points. 5th, Ashley Cormier, 248 points. 4th, Brian Crowley, 250 points. 3rd, Nathan Woods, 258 points. 2, Michael D'Annunzio's girlfriend, Kelly Sievert, 280 points. And the number one bowler in the Bowlathon was George Zazo with 289 points. And finally, the amount of money that we raised so far in this year's Bowlathon is $4,822. Thank you so much to all those who donated to our Bowlathon. Our next fundraiser will be the 13th annual Comedy Night. Details to come later. This has been fun. Now back to you, Mike.
Wow, that's a lot of money we raised. Thank God. Yeah.
And our team did really well,
Yeah.
in 2nd place.
So close from winning. I'm demanding a recount. I want the votes to be recounted again.
I don't think there were any votes there.
I know. I'm just.
And your girlfriend did really well. She was
the second highest bowler. Yeah.
best player on our team for sure.
Yeah, we came across second. Now it is time for Recipe Corner with Kathy Closey. Kathy?
Today at Recipe Corner we have Italian sausage, chicken sausage with quinoa skillet. First of all, if you buy quinoa, it's found in the rice and pasta section of the supermarket. Rinse well before cooking to remove the natural bitter coating if it is not pre-washed. Okay, here we go. 2 1/2 cups of chicken broth, 1 1/2 cups of white quinoa, uncooked, 1/2 cup of chopped onion, 1/2 cup grated Parmesan cheese divided, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic chopped, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, 1 can, 14 ounces of diced tomatoes with basil drained, 1 package, 12 ounce of fully cooked Italian chicken sausage, sliced, 2 cups of chopped baby spinach leaves. First of all, you stir together broth, quinoa, onion in a large skillet. Bring to a boil, cover, reduce your heat, and simmer for 15 minutes or until liquid is absorbed. Add 1/4 cup of cheese to skillet, stirring constantly until cheese melts. Stir in drained tomatoes, sausage, and spinach. Heat 3 to 4 minutes or until mixture is hot. Sprinkle with remaining 1/4 cup of cheese, and that is a great recipe for a one hot meal. Well, back to you.
Thanks, Kathy. What a great recipe. I'll have to try it sometime. For those who are wondering why we're wearing pirates hats, it's because Mike just saw the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And if you want to see his review of that, go check out his channel, which will be in the link below. And what is it again?
Tacos de Blanco.
And I might be watching it too. I don't know if I'll get to it. But if not, I'll have a review on mine, which is JDM, John Diamond and Michaels. So look at that. Links below. So, Mike, how much did the pirate pay for his piercings?
I don't know, Mike. How much did the pirate pay for his piercings?
A buccaneer!
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Michael Closey.
And I'm Michael D'Annunzio.
Thanks for joining us once again at Renaissance Weekly. Remember, folks, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow.
Arr. Wait, I'm gonna have some fun reading that. Maybe I should not wear the eye patch.
Alright, it was worth a shot.
This episode is brought to you by Briss. That's Briss, baby. We are the pirates that don't do anything. We just stay around. And if you ask us to do anything, we'll just tell you we don't do anything.
This episode brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's, too much fun to leave behind. Eat, drink, play, watch.
We don't get paid for this, but
That's why I got this shirt. Winning.
I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to get that in there, so
Yeah.
I was like, we had the hats on. We didn't say it wasn't in the script. I thought you were gonna put it in the script.
Yeah, I mean...
We are the
Stuff,
pirates
so.
that don't do anything.
Great.
Two, one, action.
Now let's, try that again.
Today is also Sausage Roll Day, and to tell you a little bit about that, here's one of our family portraits. Which one? I have no idea. Let's find out. Well, that was a surprise to see who did that one. We didn't have anybody at first, so thanks for doing that.